Hi there, we are back. It is, I don't know how many times we've done this, several times now. I think it's like literally over a year. A year and a half or so.
Maybe
we're getting the hang of this.
I'm thinking. A little bit.
Right? So I am Jennifer. I'm the CEO here at Platinum Skincare. In case you're new, this is Dora.
Hi there.
She is our office manager. And here we are today to answer your questions that have been submitted at peeluniversity.com.
Yes.
And all right, so we're going to get started with a couple of announcements. So the first one I wanted to mention here was with our toner. And we have a few toners. We have our Abeyta toner, we have our purified toner, we have our anti-aging toner, and we have our revitalizing toner. That's like 4 toners.
Yes.
And in all honesty, we don't ever really push toners. We have there's a group of people that like toners, but for the most part, I'm not a toner pusher. So what we're gonna do is instead of having 4 toners, we're going to make 1 toner. And we're gonna make 1 toner for everybody. So it's going to have lactic, it's gonna have mandelic, glycolic, and a little smidge of salicylic.
It'll be a good one.
It's gonna be good for absolutely everybody. So if you wanna use a toner, it'll be easy. We'll always have it. It'll be 1 for all. And I think we're gonna call it, just to make it easy for people, I think I'm gonna call it Purify Revitalizing 5-in-1 toner, because there's literally 5 S's in there.
Well, hey, you might as well let them know,
So right, so if you're looking for Purify, you'll find it. If you're looking for Revitalizing, you'll find it. So I can't add every name in there, but I think that one is probably what we're gonna call it. But that'll be coming out soon. Like we'll, start tapering things off. All right, and another note, our cleanser, we had a cleanser. There are a lot of ingredient shortages right now, and it is problematic to keep some things in
still
stock.
struggling with some couple of products here and
You
there.
would think, what has it been, 2 years? And still, it's not a least bit better than it has been. So we had some issues with our anti-aging cleanser and our glycolic cleanser. They are both back in stock.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
Hop on over to the website and get those.
Perfect.
One other thing.
Yes.
We wanted to talk about hair signals. Like we used to have Collagen. And we have these by Dr. Picard.
Yes.
I don't make these.
Right.
I'm not that kind of scientist.
We're a distributor of his
we're
products.
a distributor of his products for many years now. I'm saying it's probably been about 19 years at least that we've been selling Dr. Picard's products because they're so good. We had the Collagen that was just the 2nd generation copper, I believe. And then he also has the GHK, which a lot of people were looking for. I did not realize that Hair Signals had both. So now we've transferred away the Collagen, and now we're just selling the Hair Signals. And unfortunately, they didn't give you like the cute little pump that was on Collagen. So we're gonna give that to you. So you'll get that, so don't worry, it'll be easy to apply. So that's new. Other than that we're gonna be moving.
Yes.
Yay!
To a much larger manufacturing facility. It's going to give us so much more room.
Very, very soon. Oh, it's getting so close. So close. I'm so excited.
We never thought we would grow out of this building.
Never.
10 years ago? How long have we been
We've
here?
been here 9 years.
Yeah.
And the building before that, 7 years.
Right.
And the building before that, I think it was 2 years.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
I started this in my basement 21 years ago. So,
Right.
haha.
That's
how
right.
things have
Here
changed.
we are.
Here we are
later.
answering your questions again. So
Okay.
let's get started.
We're going to go right into it. So Peony Lin is from Georgia. She has oily skin. She has 3 questions. First one, if I want to extend my face products to my hands, is it best to only do it at night before bedtime? If I do it in the morning, isn't it wasted as soon as I wash my hands? Does it have to be applied for a certain amount of time?
Well, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you put it on at nighttime, it's staying on all night
I always
long.
just put mine on the top of my hands anyway. But I mean, I guess you do wash your whole hands, but...
Yeah, I only put products on in the morning and in the evening. So yes, in the morning, after I get out of my shower and I put all my stuff on, if I have extra and I've done my face and neck all the way here, I am always gonna put it on my hands and my arms. Yeah, the next time I wash my hands, it's gonna come off, but that's probably a few hours from now.
Yeah.
So you're still gonna have it on for a few hours. I would totally put that on. And don't worry twice about it. Put some
All right.
neem oil on top, really
There you
penetrate
go.
it.
I currently use tretinoin 1.0 and I have been for quite some time.
What, 0.1?
Oh, 0.1. She has 1.0, so it's 0.
That's a special one.
I understand that the new Fusion product is one notch below, but has great reviews. I have fear of missing out, LOL. but
FOMO.
But if tretinoin is not causing any irritation, then should I just stick with it?
You absolutely can. You know, if you're not having any problems, I'm not trying to say throw away your tretinoin and use our product. No, it is different.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the acid version. And if you want to know the difference, so the acid version's at the top, and then we have gram active retinoid in here, which is actually the ester of tretinoin. So the ester is not acid, it's not irritating, but it has the same kind of beneficial properties. Right below that is retinaldehyde, and that's in our Fusion as well. And then right below that is retinol. So those are all in there. If you do ever decide you want to step down, alternate, you can absolutely do so, knowing that it's going to work still really well.
And her last question is, should she wait a certain amount of time in between product applications?
Well,
Like if she's layering products.
I would say probably. I mean, I don't think I have that kind of patience. I just mix them all together and put it on.
I'm a mixer too.
But I mean, if you have the time, I mean, I would at least wait, 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Let it kind of go in a little bit.
And less is more. If you're putting product on and your face looks super wet and you're having to wait more than that,
Yeah,
10,
5
20
minutes.
seconds, then you're applying too much,
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. Oh, and apply it to damp skin too, because
you
then
go.
it's going to penetrate in there really quick and easy. It's going to spread further if your skin is damp.
Okay, so Monica has combination skin from Maryland. She has darker skin, Fitzpatrick of a 4. I have been really careful with sunscreen and a hat, but this year I got some sun and a lot of freckling resulted. What is the best peel to deal with this? I've used TCA 3 layers and dabbed with 1 layer of Jesner's. Last peel I did was 1 layer of Jesner's late last year. Do I have to start with less layers to get my skin used to the acid again?
Not really. I mean, 1 layer, we always have you start somewhere between 1 and 2 layers. I
Yeah.
think that's fine. I do suggest highly that you start using products every single day, products like Fade Bright, like Fusion. You want to start using these every single day, because then even if you are getting some sun, they're consistently turning down the melanin and helping to fade that as the summer goes by. This is making things turn over more quickly. You may not get as tan in the summer,
Right.
but that's possibly a good thing. Since you were kind of trying to avoid it in the first place, make sure to do that more. And then always, I love this Flawless, the SPF
Oh, yeah,
50.
that's
I
great.
love this stuff. It works so good, especially with that tint. It's like putting makeup on, kind of, but less.
Okay, so Ellie has dry skin from Houston, Fitzpatrick of 6. Which products are best kept refrigerated?
You do not have to refrigerate any of our products. The only time you might want to refrigerate or freeze something is if you bought copious amounts of emo oil. Let's
Yeah.
say it was a sale or something like that. You can freeze it indefinitely, so it can last a long time. You got a couple 16-ounce, throw it in the back of your freezer, and it will turn
There you go.
solid, and it will last years, literally. And then take it out when you want it. But nothing else. Just keep it in a cool, dark place, a drawer, a closet, a cupboard, whatever.
All right, next question comes from Dayma. She has dry skin in Texas, Fitzpatrick of a 2. I just joined the VIP club and I understand you're not wanting us to order for others. However, I do plan to buy a couple of bottles of 2-ounce Jesner in the next couple of months for Christmas gifts. Is that allowed?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're buying this on your own, whether you're gonna give it away as a gift or not because it's Christmas time. That's up to you. As long as you're just shipping it to your house. The problem being is if we're using your discount and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna ship this order to my house and I'm gonna ship this order to my friend's house and this order to my
Right.
other cousin, and and you're getting these discounts. We see that. We see that you're shipping this in multiple areas, and we know it's not you, and you're going to get flagged and possibly banned. So don't do that. But if it's a Christmas gift or something like that, you ship it all to your house, and then
that's
you're
fine.
going to pay to ship it to your friend or your grandma or whatever.
Oh yeah, we want you to share your skincare secrets.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
okay.
Okay. Could you also give me some advice for my deep lines? I am starting to get around my lips. I seem to have inherited what I always consider to be smoker's lines, and I don't smoke. I also have deep lines down and on a downward angle, probably like marionette lines.
Yeah.
I feel they have developed due to having to wear a night guard every night for my TMJ disorder.
Me too.
Yeah, I love the way you care for your customers and always answer our repeated questions with so much grace.
Yeah, you know what? I would recommend the lip peel kit because this comes with not only the peel, which is the TCA 20 that you can use in smoker's lines, up here, down here. It also comes with the Sin TC, so you can apply that daily. And it comes with a 6 ml of the luminosity that you can either just use after your peel, or if you really find that you love it, that can get you into purchasing a larger bottle for everyday use. Or, get something like a lower percentage and put it on your whole face. But this is like a good way to try everything. And if the rest of your face needs peel, well, then you can, do a 13 or something on the whole face and do just extra layers on your problem areas. So this is an easy start, or, you can bump to a full box of this and buy this in TC separate.
Perfect. All right, Brenda is from Las Vegas, Fitzpatrick 4. Hi, I would like to know which of your products do you recommend to be used in a medium depth session with microneedling? I am also using hyaluronic acid and growth factors. Well, she's using 2 good ones already.
Yeah, I would say for sure any of the coppers. Like Dr. Picard recommends either the GHK or the CP serum. Whoops.
That one's
to be
good.
used along.
That one
to
was a
be
good one.
loose with your needling. Regenerate for sure.
Yeah,
is
for sure.
absolutely awesome because boy, this just helps with absolutely everything. Nano hyaluronic if you need more hydration. What else do I know I added some things. What did I? CB serum. Or the potions.
Yeah,
right,
the potions are amazing.
We have our, I don't have any here.
Citrus
Tooth
stem,
potion, yeah.
Matrixyl, Snake.
Snake, Sin-TC,
That'd be good for
citrus
these
stem, apple
lines
stem.
here, the Snake. For sure.
Any of those that you could put on either before or after your needling. And then, of course, your healing products when you're done. Essential
yes.
oil, emu oil, put those on top when you're done. Or the essential effects. You could put that on, too, when you're done.
Okay, Shannon Davis has dry skin from Florida, Fitzpatrick of 2. If I do use a peel using Jesner first and then TCA, do you rinse 5 minutes? Or, she's wondering if you rinse between those layers.
No need to rinse. You do, 1 layer Jesner or 2 layer Jesner, whatever you've worked up to, and then you just, once your 5 minutes is up, you move on to the next acid, and you can leave them all on. We want you to leave Jesner on for at least 4 hours.
Right.
TCA, you can leave it on or you can take it off. So if you're putting Jesner on, I would just leave everything on.
Yep.
Leave it all on, and after 4 hours or so, wash it off. Also, so if people don't get confused, a lot of times people want to put Dream Peel on top of that, and Dream Peel stays on for 6 to 8 hours. So you can leave it all on 6 to 8 hours if you want. I highly suggest that one.
Okay, Cheryl from Australia has dry, normal skin, Fitzpatrick of 2 to 3. She says, hi, I absolutely love your products. I bought the Super Cop 2X. I know you are only supposed to spot treat, but I have so many areas on my face that I want to treat. I usually put a pea-size amount with Regenerate over my whole face after tretinoin most nights. I have no negative reactions. Is this okay?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people work back up to this. Even Dr. Picard. Okay, Super Cop 2X here. This was his first second generation product after the GHK. This was his first product, and when he gave it out to people to test and do all the things, they found it irritating and said, oh my gosh, it's too strong, can you dilute it down? So he did. He diluted it to the Super Cop, Super CP Serum. They're all just diluted versions of this. And then, so what he did, he found that he had the CP serum, then they wanted stronger, and then they worked their way back up to this. All I have to say is don't rush it. Use it every other day, every third day, mix it with something else.
Right.
You just don't want to use too much of it, but everybody absolutely can work up to putting this on every day or every other day. Just don't start here.
Yeah.
Don't start here. You'll be really irritated.
Okay, so Maria has normal skin from Florida, Fitzpatrick of 3. She says, can you please explain the differences and benefits of Fusion A, Luminosity, and Serum 30?
All right, so Fusion A, you're going to have to keep me on track.
Yeah,
Fusion A is also luminosity. Luminosity is just what we call our method where you put that on top after you've done a TCA peel.
Right.
Okay, so Fusion A comes in 4 percentages, 15, well, 0.15, 0.25, 0.35, and 0.55. And the 0.55, we call that luminosity because that's our luminosity method wherein you do, a peel and then put that high percentage of retinoid on after you're done. But they're all the same.
Right.
And then comparing that to Serum 30. So I don't have a Serum 30 here, but
It's a multi-acid serum.
yeah, you have 15% combination total of, I think it's glycolic, mandelic, phytic, I think a little bit of vitamin C. I think that's it.
You'd have 30.
Yeah, and then you
in
have
Serum
either
30.
15
Yeah.
or 30
Right.
percent. Those are what, comes in multiple percentages. But that is obviously acids. So this is not an acid. This is vitamin A and all the various forms of vitamin A, and that's acid. So you can use both of them. I wouldn't use them at the same time. I would use them either different times a day, or I like to say alternate evenings.
Yep, that's
know?
what I would suggest too. Because one's
Yeah.
an exfoliating serum, but the Fusion has exfoliating properties.
It does. It's not
Yeah.
quote unquote an exfoliator, even though it really does dig in and shed the pore lining, and it does make your skin turn over faster.
does.
But it's not the same as applying an acid to your skin that dries it up and makes the skin come off quickly. This is a little bit more subtle in the exfoliation, but both are good.
All
Both
right.
are necessary.
Trudy from Oregon, Fitzpatrick of 2. My skin has some sunspots, wrinkles, and it looks like a crisscross bunch of lines on my cheek. I know that sounds odd. It really looks bad. I am 70 years old, and I have not done a peel. I don't know where to start. Will a peel help with the lines on my face? I am considering getting a laser treatment, but would prefer to try peels first. I'm green-eyed, fair to medium skin.
Well, prep your skin first. You're concerned about sunspots and things, so I would suggest using Fade Bright every day just to help turn down the melanin and start fading that back. And then use a retinoid at night. Like I would start with the Fusion A 0.15, maybe use that every other night for a little while. We don't want you to get dry. As you acclimate, you can add on more days. That will get your skin ready for a peel, and you will notice after using this for a few weeks, your skin will already start to look better. So this is important. Those are things that you should continue using along with SPF 50. Always, always. And then you can move into something like a TCA peel. That's going to stimulate collagen. This is new to you. You don't have to jump to a 13.
Yeah,
you
certainly.
can do a 7, starting with 2 or 3 layers. Just kind of work your way into it. That's so much more gentle, but you're still going to get exfoliation. You're still going to get collagen and elastin stimulated. And then if you're reaching 5 layers, 6 layers, and you want to move up, then you can move to the 13. But that's the magic peel that you want to work up to or start at the 7.
Okay, so Claire has oily skin from Pennsylvania, Fitzpatrick of 4. Do you have any recommendations for resistant age sunspots that are on my hands? I look like my hands are 80 years old and I'm only 55. I've had IPL a few times with minimal results. I've tried your TCA 30 at 2 layers, which made my hands red, and then they lightly peeled over 2 weeks, but it wasn't deep enough to see significant progress. Do you have any advice on how to get better results?
Well, my number one thing is you're expecting too much out of only a couple of treatments.
Yeah, consistency is key.
6 to 8 peels in a row,
Yeah.
1 per month. Or if you were getting your IPL, 1 per month. 1 is never going to do it.
I've seen
because-
some really great pictures on our Facebook guru page last week of
Yes!
somebody who did a hand and arm peel.
Yes, I saw that.
And
It was amazing.
did they do TCA 30, 20? I can't remember what exactly they used, but it was
one of those.
super great results.
Super results. But it's consistency. You're never going to get this
Yeah.
to happen. Just everybody thinks it's just one and done, and it is so not one and
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
This is consistent. Take a picture of your hands, where you are starting.
Yeah.
And use things too. Fade Bright. You can use that every single day. And I bet you're not putting SPF 50 on every single day. Nobody thinks to put it on. Use it as a hand cream, I swear. Maybe not this one. This one's tinted. But find a good
Yeah.
SPF that you feel comfortable putting on your hands every day when you wash your hands. Keep it in your purse or your bag or whatever so you can put it on again. Because if you're just going right back out in the sun, it's just going to happen again, and it's going to get worse because, you know, you're peeling off the protective layers, you're removing some pigmentation, but you're just inviting new. So continue on with your peels. I would highly suggest Jesner or Jesner plus TCA. You know, you did TCA 30. I would probably bump that down to a 20.
Yeah.
And then do a couple layers of Jesner and a couple layers of 20.
Right. Make sure you're
You know?
pre-treating with Fade Bright since you got the darker skin as well.
Yep. And use your Fade Bright, you know, every day for 2 to 3 weeks at least.
Take a photo at the beginning of your journey, and then in 6 months, you know, reflect back, but be consistent.
You will see changes. If there's 100, but don't think that you're just gonna remember what it looks like. I'm telling you, like you have all these dots and you're looking at this one, and then you do these peels and you're like, oh, it's not working. This one and this one are still there, but like you got rid of 25 others that you're not noticing because you're not putting pictures side by side. You forget.
Yeah.
Always take pictures. I say take pictures every month.
Right.
Just definitely keep taking pictures and keep comparing, and you will see changes happening.
Okay, so Nita is also from Las Vegas. She has a Fitzpatrick of 3.
Yeah, sunshine.
TCA for stretch marks on hips and booty, percentage and schedule. How to blend it into the skin so it doesn't leave a mark.
Well, I was thinking going down in percentage too. So yeah, Fade Bright, of course. Fade Bright triple treat's good to help turn that over. That's also good for stretch marks and things. And instead of doing a 30, because you're very concerned about things, you know, blending nicely, I would suggest like a 20, you know, just do a couple layers at a time. And you might even, if it's working really well on your skin, I would suggest, you know, going further out. There's nothing stopping you against doing your whole legs, your whole torso, not at the same time, but you can totally, you know, even out everything as long as, you know, it's reacting well with your skin. You can totally do that, but you know, Fade Bright and triple treat to start with.
All right, Monique from Washington State, very light skin. I have terrible pigmentation on my forehead. Can you please help me get rid of it?
Yeah.
We can.
I swear these questions are all the same today. I feel like I'm holding the same products up every time. Fade Bright every single day. And then Fusion, I will start with the 0.15 every single day. SPF every single day. Then with the peels. If you want to do a stronger peel, do a Jesner. If you want to do a milder peel, you know, once a week or something, you could do a Mandelic 40, you could do a Lactic 50. It depends. You don't mention if you can have flaking happening with your life, your job, or not. So you can use these milder ones if you can't have a lot of flaking, or I would highly suggest Jesner or Jesner plus TCA or Jesner plus Dream Peel. Jesner for sure. This is the one that helps with pigmentation really well. It's the Resorcinol in there that's super helpful.
All right, Rita from Arizona says, when will the triple treat be back in stock?
I have this bottle right here, but that's it. Yeah.
We're hoping it's coming soon. We had a little setback, and we thought it was going to be here this week, but it's more now looking like possibly next week.
Yes.
We will definitely alert everyone when it comes in via Facebook, email.
We could send out an email, but I always post it in the Facebook group, you know, when something's back in stock, and of course it'll be back in stock on the website as well, able to add to cart, but yeah, we thought that one was going to be ready this week, but it's not.
Yes, we thought we'd be
probably
filling
next
it right
week.
now, but probably
next week.
Okay. Cherie has normal skin from New Mexico, Fitzpatrick of 3. She says, I have Fitzpatrick 3 facial, she has a Fitzpatrick 2 facial client with sun damage, slightly combination and mildly controlled rosacea, who needs more results than with a Mandelic peel would provide. Possibly a TCA 7?
Yeah. Oh, I want to say right off the bat, vitamin C plus nano is really good for rosacea, or vitamin C and B complex.
Those are good.
It's really good for rosacea. Vitamin C, if they have the redness, vitamin C really, really helps to tone that down like nothing else. It works so well. And then obviously no peel is ever going to help rosacea. No irritation causing inflammation will ever help the condition. That doesn't
may
mean
treat
that you
the
can't
redness
do
a little,
things.
and yeah, right.
You can do things. I mean, we had an esthetician that worked for us before. She would do very strong TCA peels.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But she's actually the one that told me about using the vitamin C every single day, and she was like,
Seeing
it's like I
improvements.
don't even have rosacea
Yeah.
anymore. It literally diminished the redness. And she used TCA. Now, I wouldn't suggest that all the time. We say Mandelic 22 because that is the safest. It has the lowest irritation, inflammation that we can offer you. So that one is obviously good. But you can certainly do, TCA 7. I don't think that one's very irritating at all. I think that might be a good opportunity to use that if you need more flaking.
Yeah, I like the 7.
Yeah.
Okay, Cindy has oily skin from Canada. What peels can I do for oily and ice pick scars, but with no downtime? That's a toughie.
Yeah, and that's why I'm thinking, like, besides a peel, I mean, Super Cop 2X, you can put this on every night, and you've got these little indentations. Just take a little, this thing will last you, I swear it'll last you like 2 years. Tiny little bit, pat it into your holes and like wipe it off, and you'll have like little blue dots on your face before you go to bed. That's going to help all on its own.
Yes.
You could use Serum 30. You could put that on first.
Yeah.
And then fill in your holes. You always want to do serums and then creams. You could do Serum 30 and then this. So then you're still hitting it with an acid.
Yeah.
And then this. Obviously, that's not going to cause flaking. Maybe some dryness from the Serum 30. If you want to do a peel, I mean, you could do the TCA cross, where you use these little picks, take the cotton off so it's super, super, super fine and tiny. Don't be getting drops everywhere. Watch the TCA cross video. You see where I get it right only inside, push in there. I don't have it all over my face. Like you see some people that do it. I think they're just putting too much or they're leaving the cotton on.
They
I'm
get
not
that
quite sure what they're
polka
doing.
dot effect.
They have a
Yeah.
huge area. I think
Shouldn't
they're a
be that
little
way.
too aggressive.
Yeah.
Take this off, just put it inside that hole, and it should be unnoticeable for real. You shouldn't even be able to tell.
Right.
I would do that maybe, once every 5 weeks you can do the cross. So one of those 3 things.
All right. Sally has dry skin from Illinois. She has Fitzpatrick 2 or 3. We have a pool, and our use is summertime only. Despite sunscreen, I still tan and tan easily. I saw in a video on your website you shouldn't do a peel if you're tan. Can you elaborate more on that? I'd like to continue peels through the winter.
Yeah, well, number one, if you're still tanning through, I don't know if you're using like an SPF 30 or 40, you need to up your SPF number, and you need to apply it thicker.
More often.
And you need to apply it more often.
Yeah.
And use a big hat or so. You can totally avoid it if you want to.
Yeah.
You can. You just have to apply this more, and you have to apply it thicker. People think that you put it on like a face cream. You don't. You actually use, I would say, double or maybe even triple what you would apply for a normal face cream that you want to just soak in and blend in. You actually want to leave a layer, because how these work is they refract the sunlight, with either zinc or titanium dioxide. You literally want it to refract the sunlight off your face. So do that. And then what was the other question? As I ramble. What was it? Oh,
She
why?
wants to do it, yeah.
Why not on tan skin? Well, because when you have more melanin there, and let's say you go and put this peel on, number one, it's probably not going to peel evenly, so you could have darker spots and lighter spots, depending on how even your skin tone is. And the more melanin you have in your skin, just like those with, higher Fitzpatrick, they have to use the Fade Bright at first, because we want to turn down the melanin production, because when you irritate skin that has high in melanin, it can cause a darkening of the skin called post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. And we don't want to do that for you when you have all that excess melanin in your skin. So it can be uneven, or you could get PIH. So use Fade Bright for a little while, and definitely thicken up and up your numbers of your SPF. That will help.
Perfect. All right, Donna from Alabama is a Fitzpatrick 3. Can you do a lip peel weekly, or wait and do one at the end of the month to get your results that you want? Thank you very much. I love your products. Thank you, Jen, for all your help. I mean, you certainly need to space it apart a month apart.
Yeah, and I always get confused, and I know like we have the TCA
Can you do a whip peel?
and then we
Oh.
have the actual lip.
Yes.
So the TCA peel, we're doing around the lip area. We're doing
Right.
smoker's lines, and we're doing nasal labial folds and all this kind of stuff. That is TCA 20. That's a high percent.
Yeah.
That's like once a month. Then we have where you just do the actual lips. Let's say you have darkening on the lips, sunspots, things like that.
Lactic 50.
You do the lactic 50, but still, that's still only once a month, maybe twice a month. I can't remember.
I would
what
say
it
about
says.
twice a month would
Maybe
be the
twice a
most I
month?
would recommend, depending on how your lips react. If your lips are, you don't want them dry and cracking,
No,
and you know,
no, you don't want that.
no.
And then obviously we have this too now. That this is actually why we got
Yes,
this for the
absolutely.
lip peels. The SPF 45 coats. This stuff's awesome, super moisturizing, and protects you from the sun. So depending on which one of those you're doing, you're gonna wait either 2 weeks or a month.
All right, so Brenda from another Las Vegas question, Fitzpatrick of Fort.
The sun.
I normally do TCA 13 peels in microneedle with growth factor and your hyaluronic acid once a month. I would like to know if your copper peptide is safe to use during the session of microneedling, and is it safe to use the Dream Peel, which has vitamin A with microneedling?
Well, you can use the coppers for sure. I don't suggest the 2X, that would be far too irritating. But
Yeah.
the CP serum or the GHK, hyaluronic,
Yeah.
regenerate, all of those are good.
Dream
You
Peel?
don't want to
No.
do Dream Peel and needling. I would not do that. You just have to treat this as a peel, just like your TCA peel. If you wait a month in between your needling and your TCA, which you should, then you're going to have to do the same thing with the Dream Peel.
Yeah.
You have to wait. And everybody thinks, oh, just because my skin's done peeling that I'm all done and I'm all healed. And that's so not true. There's
No.
still so much more going on under your skin. Same thing with needling. Okay, maybe you're a little bit dry. Maybe you get, your skin is a little inflamed. It goes down. You're like, oh, it's all good. No, it's not all good. Now is where the work happens. And
Yeah.
you do not want to
Right.
irritate your skin or stress it again while it's busy regenerating and stimulating new collagen and stuff. The longer you can wait, the better. Like 4 weeks minimum. I know everybody's like in a rush, so I usually say 4 weeks, but you can wait longer than that. Like 5-6 weeks is probably better.
This kind of goes into the time waiting period. The next question comes from Joanna. She is a Fitzpatrick 4. How long should I wait between TCA Jesner combination peels? How often can TCA cross be done?
Well,
Once
yeah,
a month.
so cross is once every 5 weeks,
Yep.
and the peels are once every 4 weeks approximately. But if you read your direction manual, if you're putting more layers on, if you're doing a TCA 20 and you're
Right.
talking like 3 layers, 4 layers, that is saying months. So we say like a month, that's kind of like average. You're doing
It's a good
TCA
rule
13s.
of thumb. You don't want to do it sooner than that, but depending on your skin, you may have to wait longer.
Yeah, absolutely. You can wait. So obviously, look in your manual. It is all there. It is always there. We never expect you to remember this. And if you lost your manual, click on the website, scroll to the bottom where it says peel directions, click there. The manual, exactly how it looks in the book, is online for you to look at too. So for sure, at least a month.
All
At
right.
least.
Emily is from Ontario. She has dry skin, Fitzpatrick of 2. I do 3 layers of TCA when I peel at 7%. Typically, protocols state that you can continue retinol 7 days after most aesthetic treatments. However, I always peel anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. I'll do my face, neck, and chest at once, and the neck and chest take longer to peel.
Yep.
Can I use retinol while I'm still actively peeling/healing after the 7 days? Or do I wait till I'm 100% done peeling?
Well, I say wait till you're at least mostly done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And that
obviously your
final
face is
phase.
first.
Yeah.
Like, if I have somebody, starts in the middle, works this way out. If it's just in your hairline area here, I would be putting it on my face.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, it's here, and this hasn't even probably peeled yet, and neither
Yeah.
has this. So, could you put it there? I mean, you could, because we do advocate putting luminosity on
Right.
for, until you start flaking. So technically, you really could put that on without any issues. And then once these areas
As long as you're not using the luminosity too. As long as you're not doubling up.
Yeah. One or the other. Pick either, one of the retinols, not like all of them or anything like that.
That makes sense. Okay, so Carey she's from Canada as well. She says, hi, I'm wondering the best peel for sun damage on the face and on the body. Best peel for fine lines and wrinkles on the face.
Well, for the face and fine lines, I always say TCA.
Yes.
Then when you talk about sun damage, I pretty much always say Jesner.
Right.
Or Jesner and TCA.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are really good. But if it's, so I would be putting TCA 13 on your face, and then I would be putting, Jesner on the body. And you could even, like, if you have that 13, get the 2-ounce bottle, like this one, get the 2-ounce bottle of 13, and you could use this on your face, and then on the body, you could put the Jesner on, and then you could use the 13 on top of that, a layer or two on top of the Jesner on your body. That will work just fine. Mm-hmm. You will peel with 13 on your body. I know we say 30 or 20, but 13 is going to make you peel too, especially on top of Jesner. I've been recommending that a lot lately. I've been going way down in percentages to people, especially with ethnic skin tones on the body. Like I'm like Jesner plus TCA 13. Right. That's what I've been saying a lot.
Okay, Debbie Carpenter from Wisconsin, Fitzpatrick 1. I sunburned easily and my shins were severely sunburned last year while laying out in Florida.
I've done that.
I have tiny freckles where the burn was and lighter skin. Can I use a 13 TCA peel on them to get rid of some of the freckling?
Yes.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I was saying, TCA 13 works great on the body. I would start with at least 2 layers, maybe 3, and then remember, it's not that it didn't work because it's not peeling in a week. It's going to take probably 2 weeks, 10 to 14 days minimum before you see any flaking, and then it's just going to, sometimes you forget you even did it. I remember when we first got the TCA, and I'm talking, this was like 9, 10, 11, 12,
Look,
13,
I'm peeling
14,
from
15,
when I did
16.
the peel machine last week.
Ha! It was like 17 years
I got a
ago we
little
did
splash.
TCA.
And my skin was starting to peel, and that was last week. I was filling TCA 20.
Yes.
So about 7-10 days later.
Yeah. But do you remember when we first started with the TCA?
Yeah.
Wasn't it you
that
put it on there?
Right here.
And
I tested it.
You literally forgot you did it because it was like a week or 2 later, and then you're like, why am I, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was driving and I seen it in my side view mirror. I was like, what is all over my arm? It was skin coming off because, we had tested one of the TCA peels to see how long or something, or we were doing something.
It takes a while. It's normal. It's fine. It'll work. That was just probably one very light layer.
Oh, for sure.
That's when we were wearing goggles and
hazmat
suits to fill that back in the day. Oh, we're still doing that.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so let's see. Laura from Florida says, what's the best chemical peel to treat melasma?
Well, obviously, start using things like Fusion and Fade Bright every single day. Melasma is tough to treat because it's hormonal. It's not just sun damage. Okay, it's going to keep coming at you.
Right.
You're going to have to fight it forever. And SPF. I mean, if you have to use these every day, probably for the rest of your life. I do.
Yeah.
Because I have it too. And then when you want to do peels, if you want to do a mild peel, do something like a Mandelic 40 is great. If you want to do a stronger peel, I love Jesner. Looks so good on hyperpigmentation.
Yeah.
So definitely try something like that.
Okay, Cindy is from Canada. She has oily combination skin. She's a Fitzpatrick 2 to 3. I'm 30 and noticing a few fine lines under my eyes, not crow's feet, so I want to be proactive, so I bought the Eye Lift Express roller, which I can tell a difference with only one use. Yay. So I'm wondering, since I don't have many wrinkles, will the Eye Lift Express be enough, or should I apply other products to help with this? My routine currently is AB Cleanser, Retinol 10, B Complex, Eye Lift Express. Is Eye Lift Express help long term, or is this a quick fix?
Long term. Put the Platinum Eyes on top if you wanted to add something to that, because you already have the retinol.
Yes.
And when you're done with that 0.10, move up to the 0.15 of the Fusion. Yep, add the eye cream.
Then she's saying, what peels can I do for oily and ice pick scars, but with no downtime?
Again, nobody wants downtime.
I know. It's
But
hard.
the peels with the least amount of downtime, I would say Mandelic 22. Or you could use, TCA 7, maybe like 1 layer to have very, very light, just some dryness, probably equivalent to something like a Mandelic TCA 7 at like 1 layer.
Right.
And then cross is the way to do those ice pick scars, but like I said, take the cotton off these picks so it's super tiny and super sharp, get it wet, put it only inside, and you shouldn't even notice it. What was her skin color? 2, 3? You're not even gonna notice that, you won't notice that scab is skin color. It's only like the little bit darker skin types, like, like, I know you're saying 2/3, let's say over 3, then you can kind of sometimes see where it darkens a little bit before it comes off, but I think you're in the range where you're not even gonna see it.
Okay, so Fatmeh has oily combination skin from Virginia, Fitzpatrick 3. I use Jesner peel and TCA 15 on my skin. It starts to peel, but when my face is finished peeling, I start to have a red and dark spot around my
Chin, maybe?
around my chin and my cheek area. Chin and cheek
So
area.
it's either chin or chain and cheek.
We're not sure.
So maybe this is too aggressive for you. Maybe you need to.
So she's doing a Jesner and a TCA 15, so maybe just do the Jesner.
Just do the Jesner,
And
or
then
just
the next
do the
month
TCA.
do the TCA. That's what I would do.
Or you're obviously diluting it to a 15, dilute it to a 10.
Yeah, there you go.
Do something lighter, or if you're doing those multiple layers, don't do those multiple layers on your sensitive areas. It's just you can do that. You don't have to put the whole acid everywhere.
Yeah.
You don't,
exactly.
especially if you're too sensitive. That's obviously too much for you if you're red. Now, when you say dark spots, I don't know if you're talking about PIH, like if you're getting dark, like hyperpigmentation. If that's the case, I would start using things like Fade Bright, and I would not use those strong peels in that area. I would cut back on my peels for a while.
Be sure that you're pre-treating for sure.
Yep, SPF, Fade Bright, maybe some retinoids every night. Turn that over another way.
Got another question from Brenda from Las Vegas. I think it's the same Brenda.
Oh.
I'm wondering if I can medium microneedle at a not so deep level with my own pen using copper peptide. Is it safe to go into the skin, and does it matter which of the bottles do I use? Definitely one of the serums.
Yeah, definitely. You can use either the GHK, like the 7. You could dilute that into like hyaluronic or Regenerate.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. The 7
Mhm.
and the Regenerate, that would be really good.
Yeah, or the CP serum. That's another option. Dr. McCart says that is perfectly fine to put it on either before, during, or after needling.
Perfect.
Make sure you use your SPF.
Yes. Lesley has oily skin from North Carolina. She says, can the TCA 13 peel be used in the bikini area?
Absolutely. We're just kind of talking about that. TCA 13 still works on the body, and if you are more sensitive, or you have darker skin, or for any other reason that you need to be a little bit more cautious, use the 13.
All right.
Safer.
Alayna has dry skin, Fitzpatrick of 4. She had the frenulum label. Am I saying that right? Frenulum laser?
I haven't heard of that one.
3 years ago, and hyperpigmented in my cheeks and forehead. Have used platinum mandelic acid for over a year, on my 3rd bottle. Don't really see that much improvement, slightly. I'm using the 40, not the 20. Why is there still no improvement?
It is really hard to treat damage. That's damaged. You have a Fitzpatrick of 4,
Yeah.
and they're using lasers on you. And generally, lasers are not good for darker skin. I think like the Pico laser is probably like the only one that I know of by watching one of these other doctors, can't remember his name, that he says is safe for darker skin types. Most are not.
Right.
And they're going to cause problems, marks on the skin and stuff. That's why it's so hard to get rid of that. And no, you can't be aggressive either. Like I would normally be like, hey, use Jesner, I'm scared to tell you to
Right.
use Jesner. You need to continue using milder products. You need SPF 50 or higher. Start using retinoids at night, maybe like the Fusion. Maybe if you've been using the Mandelic, you could consider maybe using the lactic. Alternate with
Yes.
the lactic. Try
Yes.
something different.
Absolutely.
Give your skin hey, try something different. But you put it give it a jolt. But I might even go back to them and see if they have some. You might need to get a prescription hydroquinone. There are things that, just some of this normal stuff might not help, and we can't go super aggressive. It's kind of a sticky situation there.
Okay, Tonya from Cleveland, Ohio says, I want to reveal my smooth, clear skin again. But she doesn't really have a question. She just has a comment.
So I'm going to say, use some Fusion, use one of our acid cleansers.
Yeah.
Things like vitamin C.
Things to get the things turning over.
Turn it over
Yes.
so you can get that glow again. That's what's going to give you that glow and make it smooth. Any of these acids are going to take off the dead skin. That gives you that smooth, glowy skin.
Perfect. All right, Jenna from Ontario says, hello, I have several boxcar scars and ice pick scars, and I have been doing regular monthly peels with the 13. I have seen a lot of improvement, but I'm on my 10th peel now and was wondering if it will be better for me to switch to the 30 cross method. I don't mind sticking with the 13 if it does the trick over a long period. I'm just not sure that it will.
Well, I'm going to be honest. We didn't have the 30 always. We had the 13
Right-ish
for a long time. We ended up adding the 20, and I had ice pick scars, I had a couple of ice pick scars, and I saw great improvement just using the 13. So I can understand why you're seeing improvement. And like the Super Cop 2X, this is going to help. I highly suggest you, take a little bit, fill it in before you go to bed. If you want to do the cross, like I said, I've already seen improvement. Then when we had the 30, learned about the whole cross method. I didn't invent that.
Right.
Learned about the cross method, and then I tried that, and then that just took me to the whole other level. So I would try the cross method on the ice picks. Now, it's not well, maybe in the boxcar. That's just a combination of the ice picks all together. I would give it a try, and I would get some of this 2X.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, Heather from Colorado has a Fitzpatrick of 3 or 4. Is it okay to do the dream peel on any part of my body other than my face? I have surgical scars from past surgeries that really stress me out.
I mean, you can, as long as it's a smaller area, because too much vitamin A isn't good for you. That's why they don't tell you to put retin A all over your body or anything like that. Too much is just not good for your system, probably like liver or things like that.
For
so
sure.
Smaller areas, like you could put it on your face, neck, and chest, or you could put it on your hands and arms. I wouldn't suggest putting it all over your torso or legs or anything like that. I would rather say, use a peel.
Maybe
Instead.
TCA with a little bit of dream peel as a finishing layer.
You certainly could.
Okay.
Ooh, last page.
Yeah, we're almost there. Tracey has dry skin from North Carolina. I've been on prescription retinol for many years, 0.1%, and have not had any irritations. If I want to change over completely to platinum products, this is the only thing left for me to change. For clarification purposes, could I use the luminosity formula in place of it?
Yes, that is
Yay.
exactly. Now we have a new little quiz also on our retinoid pages. So if you go to the Fusion A page, there'll be a little pop-up that says, which one should I choose? And if you go through and you do that and you've been using the 0.1%, which is the highest one, that's exactly what it's going to recommend you to use.
Cool. All right. Alba has combination skin from Converse, Texas. Fitzpatrick of 4. Is this more effective than all types of microneedling? Had several treatments and it's not a permanent result. Good for the moment. I had adult cystic acne. Now I have none but the scars. Is she referring to peels? Is this more effective than microneedling? But she doesn't indicate what.
I'm guessing. Because, they're all good. I don't ever want to knock microneedling. That's huge. People love that, and it's very, very beneficial. I think it's equally beneficial. I would alternate them.
Me
If
too.
you're
I
doing
would say
microneedling now,
1 month. Yep.
yes, absolutely do that. And make sure you're on, I don't know if you still are dealing with acne, but if you are, use our AB cleanser, use the Fusion, and use the vitamin B complex every single day to keep everything clear.
Sounds good. All right, so Lidiya from Texas, Fitzpatrick of 2. How to speed up the recovery after a 13 TCA peel. My recovery is 7 days. It is too long. Not sure about retinol. Have been using 0.5 prescription strength for over a year once a week. Cannot tolerate it. Always peeling, even with layering it with a thick moisturizer.
Okay, well, just know that that is perfectly normal, and that's actually quick.
That's a nice turnaround time, I was thinking.
7 days to be completely done is actually fast. Yeah. From when you put it on, you're not even going to start peeling until around day 3, sometimes between day 2 to 4.
Yeah, some people take
and
a
you're
little
already
longer,
done by day
you know?
7, 100%. That was fast. That's a fast turnaround. It usually lasts anywhere upwards of 10 days. So speeding that up, you could add the Dream Peel on top, maybe knock a day off, or the Luminosity for a few days.
Yeah.
Might knock a day off, but you're going fast, and that's just something that you have to accept if you're doing peels. That's part of it, that time.
Maria has normal skin from Florida, Fitzpatrick of 3. Since mature skin tends to be thinner, what chemical peels are best for wrinkles and age spot concerns?
Well, let's use something a little bit milder. And like we were talking about earlier, the 7% TCA is a really good option because TCA is the one that helps to really stimulate collagen and elastin, and that's where we really want to go. If you want to use something else, you could do like a glycolic 30 or a mandelic 40. Those are milder weekly peels. Those are also options for you. And make sure, throw in some retinols every single night. Fusion 0.15. Make sure you start using that a few times a week for sure. That's really gonna help. And it's gonna get your skin to turn over. And because your skin's getting thinner, I wanna recommend one more thing, Regenerate. This stimulates new tissue growth, and this can help with thinning skin, as can emu oil. So use something like, emu and Regenerate every day as like moisturizers and things like that.
Good nighttime.
That will really help your thin skin.
Okay, so last question is from Sarah. She's from New York. She has darker skin, Fitzpatrick of 5 or 6, and it's oily. Her question is tretinoin recommended while doing a peel with Fade Bright? I stopped using Fade Bright before tretinoin was too harsh. So I think by using both of them, it was too harsh.
Well, look, Fade Bright's a little bit harsh. It's alcohol based. And tretinoin we know is harsh.
Yeah.
So you might need to cut back on one or both. See if there's any questions on there. But you might need to cut back on one or both. I understand that. And you definitely want to cut back on tretinoin.
How do I go
Right
there?
there. Yeah. You definitely want to
Minus
cut.
this?
No, scroll down.
Okay.
Put it on the bar.
Oh, I see.
Yay!
No comments.
No, oh, perfect. There we go. Well, that's all right.
That's good.
That is all right.
We are good.
Yeah, so stop your tretinoin at least 3 to 5 days before you do that. Then your skin will be calm and everything will go well. So that is it. We have
That's a
answered them
wrap.
all. If you have any other questions, you know where to go, peeluniversity.com. And if you don't want to wait till our next live, of course, give us a call, 1-800-917-3155. We are here Monday through Friday from 9 to 4:30.
And we are happy to take your calls and answer any
absolutely.
questions you may have.
Absolutely. You guys have a great day. It's been fun.
We'll see you soon. Maybe at our
Bye.
new location soon.
Yes. You won't be able to tell, though. It'll still have a white background.
We might give them a slight tour.
Surprise.
All right. Thanks. Have a good day.
Bye.